Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marion. If you're not new here, welcome back as always. As you can tell by the title of today's video, this is a little bit different of a video than I would normally do here on my channel. However, as a micro influencer and an influencer in general, I have found WeSponsored to be one of the most helpful apps to help me gain paid sponsorships, land big brands, and just overall an easy app to use that I feel anybody that's into content creation, influencing, UGC creation, you definitely need to know about WeSponsored. I wanted to share my personal experience with WeSponsored and some of the reasons why I love working with them so much. So I started my journey with WeSponsored, the app, probably a little under a year ago. I would say over 6 months, but definitely under a year. And when I had initially found out about the app, another creator friend of mine had sent me a link to a campaign. It was a referral link through WeSponsored for a specific campaign. And the first thing I did was run to my search bar and type in WeSponsored and just watched a ton of TikToks and YouTube videos about people's personal experiences with the app itself. And I decided to just go ahead and sign up for the app and sign up for that very first campaign. And I'm super glad that I did that, because I've probably done about 10 campaigns since starting with WeSponsored. As I said, I've only been on the app for under a year, and every single one of those campaigns has been paid. So how WeSponsored works is when you do log on, once you create an account, you'll log on, discover sponsorships. You'll see that some sponsorships are paid, while others you're just receiving free product in exchange for whether it's content that you have to submit to your social accounts or just content that you're going to submit to the brand for them to use at their own leisure. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about WeSponsored, is they let you know upfront whether or not you have to post the specific content to your social media channels. And a lot of times there's content creators who just aren't comfortable with sharing to the people that they know that this is what they do or anything of this sort. So I love that WeSponsored, you don't always have to post to your social media accounts. I highly recommend WeSponsored if you're into creating UGC content, because like I just said, most of the time you're not even gonna have to post that work to your own personal social media accounts. So it'll help you build your UGC portfolio while also getting your work out to brands and getting you paid for your work, which is, I mean, I think that's what everybody, at the end of the day, you could love creating content as much as you want, but it's always nice to get paid for your content and your hard work. So I love that WeSponsored makes it super easy. The entire process with WeSponsored is super easy. Basically, you open the app, discover sponsorships, apply to the sponsorships that interest you, that you feel like you would be able to connect with. And then once you're matched with the sponsorship, you'll receive an email saying that your sponsorship has started, and you can log back into the app, and then it's going to generate a prepaid card for you to purchase the item, whatever the item may be. WeSponsored does everything from beauty, technology, food, so many different categories. I've seen guitars on there. I've seen home security systems on there. I've personally done a lot of parenting content, different child products. So there's a ton of stuff. After you've purchased your item, you will get a very clear, and I love this about WeSponsored, a very clear rundown of what the brand is expecting from your video or your posts, whether it's lifestyle photos, a lifestyle video, an informative video. Everything is there, and there's talking points that you have to hit, but I just love how everything is outlined. WeSponsored makes it so easy to create the content because everything is there for you. And I love that overall, everything is done within the app. So you're not emailing brands, you're not submitting content through email. Literally everything is done in the WeSponsored app. So after you've received your product, done your content, created your content, you go back into the app, submit the content directly through the app, and the brand will get back to you with any revisions that need to be done directly in the app, and you can make those revisions, submit your final content, and whether you're required to post the content or not, you would complete out that portion. Once the brand has accepted your content, you will get paid. Literally every week there's new campaigns added. So I love to go in on Sundays. This is just me personally. I like to go in on Sundays and apply for any campaigns that I haven't seen that interest me. And I do that weekly. And I would say I get about 1 sponsorship a month. Right now I have 3 sponsorships currently with We Sponsored. I just submitted my final content for one yesterday. The thing that I love about We Sponsored, and I think people don't really realize with the term micro influencer, is it's not so much about your number of followers, it's more about the content you create. The brands want to see interesting content that's eye-catching. That's what brands want. Brands don't really care about your following. They want great content of their product. So I love that We Sponsored doesn't take your following count into account when matching you with campaigns, matching you with the amount that you'll get paid. None of that is based off your following, and I really like that because it's really an app for creators that love to create, and you get rewarded for creating, and I think that's really super helpful. And if you are a content creator and you have not downloaded We Sponsored yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. There's a link down below in the caption. While working with We Sponsored, I've worked with so many big brands, from Frida Mom to For Moms to Fisher Price to Solar Wave. The list goes on and on, but I've worked with some really big brands thanks to We Sponsored. And not only have I worked with them and received free products from the brands, but I've also gotten paid for my content and what I feel like is my hard work when showcasing these products for these brands. So I really love how seamlessly and easy it is to just work We Sponsored, the app itself. And I love creating content and getting paid for it, and We Sponsored makes that so easy. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you would like more tips and tricks on how to monetize your content, get paid as a micro influencer, all things social media, just leave me a comment below. It's a little bit different than the normal type of content I do here on my channel, but I would love to share that with you as well. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. And do not forget, content creators, download We Sponsored.